Surveillance video showing a man wearing a t-shirt and pants, carrying a bag and walking through an apartment complex along the 4400 block of South Rio Grande Avenue in Orlando. Investigators saying they're trying to identify this man in relation to the murder of 13-year-old Rose Dieujuste. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says the teen was found with obvious signs of trauma on the afternoon of July 4th. We showed the crime bulletin to people in the area. I showed you these images. Have you seen this person before around here?
No, I've never seen him before.
Investigators have remained tight-lipped, not releasing details on how the Memorial Middle School student was killed. Do you hope that somebody who lives around this area, if they have seen this person before, they do contact law enforcement?
Yes, I think they should, because I live in this neighborhood and that's heinous, because it's a kid. You shouldn't do something like that to a kid.
When you have a family not having answers.
Yeah.
And again, there have been no arrests in this case. Investigators are offering a $5,000 reward on Crime Line for information leading to an arrest.
The hardest thing for a parent to do is to think outside of themselves and make decisions that they think are going to be best for their children. I couldn't imagine being in a country, Haiti, where the crime rate has gone up 53%, all to get my daughter the opportunity to come over to the U.S. to pursue her dreams, just to only be woken up to a nightmare.
28-year-old Jerry Dorisme is facing first-degree murder. He was taken to jail 1 week after he allegedly stabbed a young girl to death. Rose Dieujuste was just 13 years old.
Rose was senselessly and brutally murdered on July 4th in the apartment complex where she lived.
On Friday, we heard from Orange County Sheriff John Mina. He said Rose was heading to her friend's place in another building at the same apartment complex, but she never made it. That was July 4th.
Her friend found Rose's cell phone and shoes in the staircase in that apartment building and reached out to Rose's family. And a family member was knocking on doors to see if they could find Rose. And then they entered the utility closet and then ultimately found Rose in that closet.
Rose had been stabbed and had barely any clothes on. She later died at the hospital. Mina says video from the complex captured the suspect walking at a distance behind Rose as she was heading to her friend's building. He adds detectives found the packaging of a kitchen knife near Rose's body, and that security video from a nearby store showed Dorisme buying what is believed to be that same knife. Investigators are working to determine if the 13-year-old was sexually assaulted.
The community is upset. We received many tips about him, and in fact his father also called us to identify him as well.
A convicted child abuser stalked and then stabbed a 13-year-old girl at an Orange County apartment complex July 4th and may have sexually assaulted her, according to law enforcement. Sheriff John Mina offered new details about suspect Jerry Dorisme, 28, who is charged with first-degree murder of Rose Dieujuste during a morning news conference. Dorisme was arrested Thursday night and was at the sheriff's office for 8 hours, but refused to speak, leaving investigators to try to piece together the truth and possible motives from surveillance video and testimony of people within the community. Dorisme, a Haitian immigrant who came to the U.S. legally in 2008, he did not appear to know Dieujuste, but used to live in the area and frequently visited and had been seen watching girls there, according to reports. The sheriff said there were signs Dieujuste was sexually assaulted, but the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is still collecting and analyzing evidence for confirmation. In my 33 years of law enforcement experience, this is a crime that is hard to predict and hard to prevent. So when our community sees people who are acting strangely and suspicious, they don't need to be afraid. They need to call us and let us know that, hey, we are concerned about this person, and maybe we can do something to prevent something like this from happening.
We lost our favorite sisters, and she was really sweet.
Dupierre Collin is the oldest brother and the backbone of his family. But tonight, his heart continues to ache after the devastating loss of his little sister, 13-year-old Rose Dieujuste.
She was the youngest. At the same time, she was a favorite in the household. The mom, not here, She's in Haiti.
Her brother tells me Rose moved here from Haiti back in 2023 for a better life. On his days off, they bonded over sports, relaxed by the pool. Rose even braided her other brother's hair. And on July 4th, at a place they called home, this man, 28-year-old Jerry Dorisme, took her life.
This is a crime that is hard to predict and hard to prevent.
Orange County investigators say they were called to the complex for an unresponsive teen. Dupierre says he thought his sister was visiting a friend that lived in a complex until that friend knocked on a door looking for Rose.
That's weird because she was supposed to be at your house and stuff. And then she said she saw the phone in her sandal on the stairs.
He says he followed Rose's friend to the location of her phone and sandals. He says with her items, they also found blood.
So we followed the blood trail and stuff. There's a little room right under the stairs. He opened it and then we saw her right there laying on the floor.
Investigators say Dorisme attacked the 13-year-old with a kitchen knife he purchased just hours before. These surveillance videos captured the moment he left the scene. Thanks to the help of the community, he was arrested 7 days later.
His family supported, bro, because if it was for us three here, I don't know I would be, because we lost the little sister. That's crazy and hurtful.
Court documents dating back to the afternoon of April 25, 2020, alleging 28-year-old Jerry Dorisme sexually assaulted a girl between the ages of 12 and 15. Near the same location, 13-year-old Rose Dieujuste was killed.
He had been arrested for lewd and lascivious behavior on a child. That case was ultimately dropped to child abuse. I'm not sure what time or how much time he served, but he does have a history.
We took a deep dive into the case and uncovered when officers arrived to that incident. A teen girl was injured and told them Dorisme began shouting and demanding to be let inside of the apartment, following a dispute Dorisme had with the girl's father. The girl claimed she had to jump off of a second-story balcony to escape him. But when she did, she said Dorisme began punching her in the arm and chest, stood over top of her, hitting her, and eventually sat on her, and threw a piece of bed frame at her in the left rib cage. After the girl grabbed a piece of glass to defend herself, Dorisme ran up to officers when they arrived, claiming the girl was who stabbed him. When officers spoke with the girl, she told them Dorisme had asked to have sexual relations, and he had touched her over her clothing. He was arrested on 3 counts of lewd or lascivious acts and child abuse, but took a plea deal, dropping it down to just 1 count for felony child abuse. At the press conference, Mina also said he wasn't sure how long Dorisme spent in jail for that charge. Well, we took a look at the Florida Department of Corrections website, and we see he was sentenced to a year, but he served less than 1 month. He's now locked up without bond in Orange County.
Hello, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I also hope you leave your comments down in the section below. You guys, this is so sad. So sad that you have a 13-year-old little girl that came over to the United States to live with her brothers to be able to get a better education and to have dreams of just having a better life or providing a better life for herself. This is super sad. And then you have a guy that goes by the name of Jerry who have shown on different occasions to be a threat to the community. My thing is, they stated that if you see someone doing something or that's acting erratically, to call the cops. Well, the community were doing that. And he would get slaps on the wrist. I don't understand how a sexual assault charge and assault to a minor was downsized and or minimized to a year in prison with him only having to do less than a month. That is not protecting the community. That is telling the community no matter how much you rant, no matter how much you rave, no matter what the circumstances are, some people are just going to be able to slide underneath the radar. This is sad because he had been doing things for a while now. And I want to look into it because I'm like, yeah, if he was here legally, did he have a citizenship? Because if he did not have a citizenship, he should have been deported. He either should have been deported or placed in a psychiatric hospital for more evaluation. And I understand that the police could have done a 72-hour. However, it appears that he should have been in there way, so much longer than 72 hours. This is sad, you guys. I just would like to know your opinions about this entire situation. Do you think that this guy was given slaps on the wrist? Do you think this is something that could have been prevented? Do you think that the community are even open to calling the police so many times when they see that nothing is possibly being done, and or because of how things are escalated and what you see before your face within your own community or on the news with corruption and or police brutality? I don't know. I would like to know your opinions, you guys. I just think that when he committed that first incident with that minor, he should have gotten way more than a year. Way more than a year. But, that's just my opinion. I like to have the conversation with you guys down in the comment section because some of you guys do give me a different perspective as to how to look at different situations. Again, I thank you guys for listening in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I also hope you leave your comments down in the section below. And until the next video, you guys, I hope everyone stays safe and take care.